Hey there, Two Stall Garage. I'm back live. I was live a while ago. And Kim called me. She's in Brazil, so I had to get off the phone and talk to her for just a little bit. So, unfinished project back in here. We fixing to lift this motor up out of here. As soon as I get this radiator finished here. That hose still on. It's coming. It's just gotta walk it off tight. It's a little bit closer than that other radiator was. There you go. All right. All right. Probably could take, pull that radiator hose off right there to get it out of the way, out the top one. You gotta take that bottom line off, you gotta lift the motor up like that. Yeah, that's ready to be changed.
What's that?
Is that the top hose?
Oh, fuel line.
Yeah,
Little-
dry cracked.
Little bit of heat on it.
Alright, let's see what else, what other one? Probably let them out when the motor comes out there, Doug.
Yeah, I was just thinking we need to pull plugs out of it, keep from breaking the plug.
I just lift the motor up, it'll come out. We'll put another set of plugs in anyway. 9/16. Richard, right
Half and 6 minutes. Oh,
there.
You never know. When you need, usually always gone.
yep. that's
Yeah, come on.
No, 9/16?
Yeah, I got one right here. Gotta pull this oil line off, I forgot that. And then when we
11/16. No, 3/8.
Might be over there. There's
3/8.
the clutch line here. Right there. Go ahead and see if you can get a wrench. I mean a socket bit 9/16. Reach right in here. Pull in. Yeah. You might be able to take. Go with a 1/2 inch. I had one here a while ago, 1/2 inch, that ratchet. I'm gonna take these loose. Just reach in there, just, you don't have to have a deep well for a half.
No, it's 9/16 for the other one.
Okay, well, you can try it,
Well,
is it, if we can get, no. It's got shims in behind too.
You let me fire steering pump go.
Yeah. Yeah, instead of breaking it loose.
really? Is it the bottom?
Hey, if it's on somebody else even wants that.
really were the features this year. Couldn't, I don't think I know, one top 5 or 2. Because so many reds.
Get a 69 right there.
I was probably lucky to be in the top 3. Just because some of them wasn't there. I think I finished 2 or 3 features this week.
Well, that happens.
You get loose,
That was up.
the top one. Be a bad boy. Just don't let it paint your hand. I don't think I can turn it. There it is. Good there. Now. Trying to get the live back up on the TV over here. There we go. Now I got live back up here. Trying to get the live back. How many's in there watching?
Screw it out or just leave it in?
No, it's. Just leave it hanging on. Right there. I think it's ready. That's it. Pull it around.
Will it pick up and lay on top of the rayon?
It might, that holds still. I just let it lay right there. It'll be fine.
That's a power steering, remember? It's stuck in back in the block.
Whether it's a champagne, could be on the bottom. Three?
Yeah, I don't know. Is there any?
Oh, there's one.
Should be 2 and 2
Yeah.
on the shims. Anyway. All right. JB's little shop in there. He says, climb in. There you go. That's fine, it's going up. You ain't gonna be able to get it from the front. That's why I'm trying to go in and get that 1-inch socket, pull the tire out. Finding that stuff quick. There it is. Got the impact already over.
thinking honey tab.
Alright.
What size you got? So, 7/8. Should be a 7/8 laying right there.
Think that stuff's down in there? Hot chocolate?
Oh, that's just hot water. You can,
Is that spring?
sounds like it. I think it's sprinkler. Down.
I guess.
You get the starter wire off too. We got anything we can put over the end of this? Maybe it's got a shop towel right there, and then that's fine. You move it on there. And then grab a zip tie. And then we'll fold this over, just tie it up, quit it, don't sit there and leak. We may push the gas out of this thing.
I already got most of it out.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Cause that gas gonna sit there and go bad anyway.
Right.
Probably just in the line all that's left, basically. Yeah, I need a. 9/16. Which should be one laying right over there. There it is right here.
I did ask. They asked us if we could sell it right trade too.
I started telling 5,500.
Yeah, at least.
And that's it, right there.
There's a shim. Another shim.
I just almost told him about 5,500 or 6,000, but I said, nah, won't do that. We got a, cut the zip tie right there.
I mean, 6,000 good guys. Put the car together and have a new motor. Maybe. But there's another 3-speed going.
Yeah,
Stuff like
I think that's everything finally. We're ready to lift out. Whoop. Jack stands flopping.
Come on up with it.
Just gonna let that yoke get pulled out of the back.
Yank down on that. A little bit more forward.
Not going forward, wait up. That's fine.
Turn it around this way.
We got it coming now. All right, swing it.
Good.
just a little bit tight.
All right. There it is. Bing. Got them phones a dinging. Let me get y'all off from here where I can see you. That angle, camera angle better there, JB? Ah, you ain't been no troll. JC there, that's is that Javier Costello? That is a 355 Chevrolet engine. It's a 350 bored 30 over. Flat top pistons, Vortec Chevrolet, or a 96 Vortec heads on it. It's got a little bit of a cam, not much. Yeah, JB, I thought you might like that a little better. Empty hole, that thing been empty in almost 2 years. That's been a good little motor. Still a good little motor. Needs cleaned up, but we're gonna have to clean it up. Take it to probably, I guess the rules are where you have to have them open chambered heads, isn't it, on that class?
I don't know.
I don't think you can run these heads.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's the thing, we just need to, if we're gonna stick it out class, we need to build up and get a crate, just straight up.
that's $8 grand.
Yeah, we'll use one, but
I found a good used one that needed rebuilt
Yeah.
for like $2,000,
that's what I'm saying.
but it's gonna take about $2 grand to rebuild it.
I think like the ones that are pretty good used, like 40, 50 nights, I think they kinda go for 3 or 4.
Yeah, this one had 80 nights on it. It needed, he
Yeah.
said it needed rebuilt. It had, said it was burning anywhere from 1 quart to 2 quarts a night.
Yeah.
So,
That's what I will see a lot of them, the 602 that says after a while they start,
yeah. Well, they just give up.
yeah, so.
This motor here has been a good one though.
Anything messed up?
Everything's fine. We might figure out a way of putting a strap or something around those linkages and just run maybe a bungee cord on them, hook them and pull them up here and hook somehow just to get them up. But that's it. We put a lot of work into this old thing. And start all over. Guess we can strip this old car out and get all the goodies out of it and use it.
It's gonna be running. We'll have 2 cars going.
Probably just need one hook.
Just
One hook.
build a new fresh motor for that modified, stick that one in
Save
there.
this one, yeah.
Just put it in there.
I don't know, I kinda want my motor. No, I'm just kidding. It's been really good. What do you mean?
Just put one hook on that other end and then,
That's it.
yeah.
I thought you used something.
No, just one hook on it and then hook both them bars. Or I can't get over in there. Let me get over here where I can reach you. Slide them forward. There you go. Just hook them. Take your hook and hook one of them. Got it? I just don't think I can pull it and I can't reach it and hook. That's why I was saying just hook it instead of. There you go, just like that. I'll be able to hook it now. 'Cause all it's got to do is hang it. Keep it from dragging. I know that transmission needs a rear seal in it.
Yep. Gears need something too. Gasket or something.
Put a big block in it. Hey,
Illegal.
we would, but it's illegal in these stock car classes. They won't let you run a big block. Yep, well, I'll show y'all what we got going. The reason this car is sold, if y'all don't know, we sold it, and that's the reason why we pulled the motor out of it. We still got to pull the rear gears out of it, but that won't take long. We got this car we need to finish up. That was at No Name Nationals last year. It's kind of looking like a mess right now. We had to pull the rear end out of it to put in that car because the rear end got damaged. But we're building this car. So this car is it's a little bit older model, modified chassis, but it's going to serve the purpose. It's a 2012 Jet Racing chassis. He's from out of Beatrice, Nebraska, and it ain't too bad for what we're going to be doing with it. So this is an open wheel modified, kind of like an IMCA modified, but it's a sport mod. It's what we're going to be building it as. We got to change up some rear suspension stuff on it. We'll try to show all we can as we're doing it, to try to give y'all an idea of what we're going through here on building this car. It's a little bit different situation, but not too bad.
Castillo says, you all putting in some work. I love it.
Hey, that's what we're about here at Outfits Garage. We work. We don't piddle around. Right there's our big block truck we just went to No Name Nationals with. Blowed the tires out on it. It's a slow truck. It only ran a 950, but I think we're going to change that.
Turlo's Garage. Turlo's Garage says the happiest day of a race car owner's life is the day you buy it, followed by the day you sell it.
Yep, got that right. Oh me.
Xavier Castillo says, where's all this taking place?
We are in Searcy, Arkansas. That's where we are. We race at Batesville Speedway, Batesville Motor Speedway. That's the home of NASCAR driver Mark Martin. So that's where he got his start, at that little track. It was a 1/4 mile dirt track at that time, but it's a 3/8 mile now. And yep, that's where we race at, Batesville Motor Speedway.
Home with 2 dirt track world champions. 3, well,
Yeah,
world
several.
champions is Moyer and
Yeah,
Dirt Late Model Hall of Famers. There's several of them.
there's 3 that's right there. 4 actually, when you get counting Bill Fry. You got Bill Fry. He's out of Greenbrier, Arkansas. He's a Hall of Famer. You got Billy Moyer's a Hall of Famer. He's in Batesville. And then you got Wayne Brooks. He's out of Bald Knob, Arkansas. Yeah, we drag race a little bit, not much though. Tim Windsor said, "Slip. Sup, brothers, outfits." And
everyone
in
in the chat. Well, good to see you in here, Tim Windsor. But yeah, we've only drag raced that old blue and white Chevy one time. We raced it at Soxton, Missouri, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and we had fun with it. That's what it was all about. It's not a fast truck, so there you go. Smash them thumbs up. I can use them. One-eyed cat. Evening, Russell. Good to see you back in here. I had to jump out of here a while ago because of my wife. She's in Brazil on a missions trip, and I had to jump out of my live and go talk to her for a little bit. But I'm back in here. As y'all can see, engine's out over there now. So, but yep, that's what we got going. All we like on that car over there is pulling the rear gear out of it. We can have that out just a few minutes, but I may save that, and we may do it tonight. I don't know. It don't take long to do that. But oh, okay. Appreciate it there, one-eyed cat. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I can't get my watch hours, even with these lives going. My watch hours just keeps depleting, and I'm down to 731 now. So, of course, I've only got 5 of y'all in here watching, but I sure appreciate everybody's watching. And because yeah, this is hobby. This ain't our job.
We've done it as a job.
We did it. That's about 25 years ago. We did it as a job. We worked full time racing, traveling all over the country with Wayne Brooks. We went everywhere, north, up to the north Canadian border, up there at close to Canadian border, Minot, North Dakota, all the way down to McAllen, Texas, and raced from Florida to Las Cruces, New Mexico. So we didn't go into California, but
Wayne's done driving schools. And
yeah, Wayne went to driving schools out there, but we didn't race out there. You're in Dallas, Texas. Hey, I just heard that the Devil's Bowl Speedway just closed. They had the sprint car race out there. I think that racetrack opened in 83 or 85. The first race that was there was the World of Outlaws, and the last race they had there was the World of Outlaws. But the track is going away. So the Devil's Bowl Speedway, it was a big track, but for whatever reason, it's too close to the airport, and they were talking about, last I heard, they may be joining, the airport may be buying it or something for expanding the airport or something. So, but anyway, that's how it goes. We've got some friends down there in Texas. I know a Gene Border that's down there in Texas, down there around, well, he's on down around Galveston, but these guys are from down around Galveston area. So George White and Paul White, them boys. Paul White, he ran the USAC sprints for a while, but he used to run these modifieds like this with us quite a bit.
Morgan Bagley, he's in.
Yeah, Morgan Bagley, I think he's from down around Dallas, Longview, Texas. That's right. So we've raced there at Greenville quite a bit, and Cowtown. We've won races all over Texas. We won 10,000 over there at San Angelo. Won a couple of them 30,000 wins down there at Royce City. 2 or 3 of those. So Oh, you right beside Yellow Belly. Okay. I've seen a lot of racing from there, but I ain't never been there. Seen a lot of the no prep stuff from there. That looks like a pretty cool little track with a covered bleachers and all that right along down the side of the racetrack. I bet it's loud up underneath them roofs. It's got to be loud. Somebody said there a while ago they like the shop. Hey, I appreciate that.
It's
We-
a mess right now.
We got it a mess. We got it cluttered. We got stuff piled everywhere, but that's what happens when you get too many projects going. Got a race car pulling apart there. Got one half torn apart there. Rear end sitting right here. Remnants of the blue Chevy laying right there, and it's sitting outside. And then you got that race car over there. And then I don't know. We got
Two
stuff.
more race cars outside.
Yeah, we got two more outside. So we got a little 4-cylinder mini stock race car up underneath the carport. Yeah, that's what it looks like when you're working. Sometimes we could spend a little bit of time cleaning up, but when we clean up and we got to put the stuff somewhere, and then it makes our shelves and everything else kind of cluttered. So we just don't have room. As you can see, everything it is cluttered. But we work in here. We don't have it as a man cave. It's basically the way we do our man cave. I'll show you. We got a chair here.
One right here.
We got a chair right there. And we show you what we do when we're not doing this. We sit here and watch ourselves on YouTube. Well, that's an ugly joker right there, I can tell you that. But yeah, that's what we do. We just pedal. When we get tired, we sit down and take a break. We work full-time jobs, come out here every night, work around. But well, guys, I think we're gonna get around here, see what else we can get into. We got the motor out. That was the biggest project tonight. Still got to pull the gears.
Are y'all into G bodies by any chance?
Well, would be. Hey there, Heavens Mopars. Good to have you in here. We would be into G bodies. That they run them. These cars we got here, these Camaros, are basically the same class as the G bodies. That we call them. These here, you can run this car in the same class, but at Batesville they have a separate class for the leaf spring cars and the metric, the coil spring cars. So they split them up because these cars work differently than the G body cars do. And Sand Mountain Ballistic, good to have you in here. But these cars, they don't go through the corner as good as the metric cars. We call them metrics, the G bodies. They don't go through the corner as good as the metric car, but the Camaros pull harder down the straightaway than the G bodies do because of the leaf springs. So it's kind of a trade-off. But the corner speed of the G bodies are so much faster. These cars here and those at Batesville. Now at other tracks they can run them. I've seen them run together, and I've seen them run together for years. But at Batesville, it's a disaster. You got guys driving way over their head, trying to make the corners and make them work the way they want, and these guys are trying to run them in with these leaf cars just as hard as the Monte Carlos can, and it's a mess. So they split them up. and these Camaro cars, leaf spring cars, it can be a Ford and be a leaf spring car. It doesn't matter what kind of car you run, a Dodge, Ford, whatever, but it just has to have a leaf spring in the rear. And these are called the hobby class, hobby cars, and the G bodies, the coil spring cars, which can be a coil spring Camaro. What's that? The third gen, fourth gen Camaros can run, even with the torque arm underneath the car. They can run the factory stock because they're coil spring cars. So, they're called factory stock. So that's just that's just a name for them. I've heard them called hot stocks at different places. I've heard them called street stocks. I think down south they call them street stocks, but down in Mississippi and Alabama and Florida, and they've got a Southern Street Stock series down there. That's a pretty good series down there, and it's basically the same engine rule as what we've got. I think there may be a cam difference. I think they've got to run a little bit smaller cam shaft, but than what these. We can run a 480 lift in this class here, same as a factory stock. Engine rules are the same. So, but again, the only difference, the weight limit's the same and everything on the hobbies and the factory stocks. The only difference is the rear suspension. And you can run leaf springs in our class, coil springs in the other class. That's the difference. So I just trying to give you a little understanding, or a history lesson, I guess you could say, or a tech lesson from what we do at Batesville Motor Speedway and around the classes around here. Now Batesville's the only. No, I take that back. Old Number One Speedway in Harrisburg, Arkansas, has the same. Their hobby cars is called Pure Stocks. It's the same as that's what we run whenever we go to Harrisburg, or Old Number One Speedway, is the Pure Stock class, because it's the coil or the leaf spring class. So, but I think first time you went up there, you ran factory stock this year with them, didn't you? Run third or fourth in that class that night. So I mean, you can. It's a shorter track. It's a quarter-mile track. So, but yeah, but Batesville is a different racetrack. You can get on YouTube, pull up Batesville Motor Speedway, or go on our page there, Outfits Garage page, and go down through there and scroll down my whatever you call it, my watch list, my video list, and see where we've been racing at Batesville, and you'll see what we're talking about, the racetrack and how big it is. It's a large track, so I think you'd enjoy some of that. You'll see some of our ups and some of our downs when you watch those races. And then you'll see our old blue and white Chevrolet. I've got some videos on it, old C10, where we was at Sykeston, Missouri with it at the No Name Nationals, and had a blast with it. Burnout competition. We was first in line. Got out there and set the bar high. Everybody said, "Oh my, you set the bar high." And I said, "Well, if you're gonna burn a tire, you got to burn them off." So, I mean, it just instantly lit them up, and it never stopped until it popped them. So, did it in 45 or 50 seconds. Blowed them out. It's 10-ply tires. So,
It was eating.
oh, it was smoking them off. So, I've got a video or two on there of that. I'm sure y'all have seen that, but it was fun. Yep. I got a picture over here. I'm going to show you. Oh, I can't hardly get up. I'm getting too fat. Yep. Let me show you a picture. this race right here, you can see it. See that car's up on the wall and this one's underneath it. The 58 car was leading the race. The 59 caught him. They were Team 8 cars. He caught him and was passing on the outside, and the 58 car turned into the side of him going down the front straightaway. And this was a last chance race. Both of them had made the show at this point. Understand that. Both of them had qualified. If all they had to do was finish the race, and they would have been been qualified in for the 30,000 to win race. And the 58 car didn't want the 59 to go around him and turned into the side of him and wrecked them both. And they were pitted right beside us. And let me tell you, that was a sight to see. That was actually at Royce City, Texas, at the old Royce City Speedway. I can't remember the name of the racetrack, but they had the Longhorn Roundup back there in the 90s and the early 2000s before they closed the racetrack down. But that's where that was at, Royce City, Texas. That car that's in the air is Bob Pierce. He's a dirt track Hall of Famer. Bob Pierce, he was one of the best back in the day. I think this car right here, yep. This is the same weekend. My pictures are folding up on me. This is the same weekend of the car we had. This was a L51 car, but there was 300 entries or better for that race, and we had to make that L a 4 so that we could. That was the number that they gave us. So, but anyway.
They would allow letters, it had to all be numbers.
Well, you could have a letter, but they was somebody already tagged in as L. But anyway, we had to have a 4 on there. Anyway, that was our car. Jeter, that's Don Jeter Well Service out. He was out in Woodward, Oklahoma. He sponsored the car. We traveled all over the country with that car right there. Yep. We won that race that weekend. 30 grand. So, but, yeah. Kind of sounds like we're bragging, but that's just the way it was. I ain't bragging. Just history. Yep. Well, guys, been on here almost an hour again. There's another race car. You can't hardly see it. Just a cage. Got another one on the other side of it. We'll show them sometime in the daylight. But
Xavier Collins said y'all are lucky.
yeah. Well, just in the right place at the right time. Be able to get hooked up with the right people. So, just how that kind of worked out. There's one of her collateral damages. Busted ears on a transmission. Another set of, that's old 305 head sitting there. There's another busted case. We just swapped this one out. Pulled that one out, changed it with this. We got it changed out and it's ready to go. Anyway, hey there. Let me get my glasses on where I can read. I can't, everything's blurry to me. Y'all just bear with me. I can't see. Trying not to make y'all sick. Sorry about that. I can't read them letters up there. Arlie's. How you doing? Glad to see you in here. You making any good food here lately? I'll tell you what, she makes some cotton picking food that just make your mouth water. Y'all ain't subscribed to her. I hope I'm saying your name right. Arlie's Delights. I hope I'm saying your name right. If y'all guys aren't subscribed to her, jump down in there and subscribe to her. She has some great looking food she makes every once in a while. And I think she'd appreciate y'all's support. Boy, she makes some good food. I see Leighton Welding in there. Yep. That's good. Good to see you in here. Thank you for coming. How's the weather up there in northeast Arkansas there, Mr. Welding? Leighton, we'll show you something. Race car, motors out of it. That race car, you come up there and seen us race up there at old number 1. It's heading down the road, hopefully. The guy spoke for it the other day. Come up here and looked at it. So it's supposed to be going down the road. We're keeping the motor and drive line out of it. Yep, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. It's a little warmer up here tonight than what it's been. But they said probably next week it's probably gonna get cool again. So that don't hurt my feelings.
I don't know if I have room.
What's that?
Steering wheel. No. I don't think there's room.
Oh, the steering wheel clamp? Well, you can lay the steering wheel on the deck.
I was thinking, took out the deck and this would be a lot better that than have a deck. So.
Yeah, just lay the steering wheel on the deck. Well, guys, my battery's almost dead. My phone's getting dark. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to have to hurry up and get off of here. My phone's dying. But this is Outfits Garage. Russell here saying, God bless you. Thank each and every one of you for coming in here. Go down there and watch a couple more of my videos. We're trying to get our time up, our watch hours up. So we appreciate each and every one of you for coming on here and hit that like button and tell somebody else about us. We thank each and every one of you. God bless you all. And Outfits Garage is saying, keep a hammering, guys.